Assalamu alaikum, guys. How you doing? Today, we're here to talk about an unfortunate reality that we have reached within our community, something that has been building up for the last 2 to 3 years, but now has reached a level of, yani, a level that we have never ever seen before, right? For the past 2 to 3 years, there has been a young brothers, teenagers, 13 and like maybe 22, right, causing havoc in the community, terrorizing wherever, yani anywhere, anytime, any place. And now it got to the point of just, yani madness, madness. So a little bit of background information. For the last 2 to 3 years, there has been this just an uprise of young brothers out of control. They don't respect authority. They don't respect the parents. They don't respect elderly. They don't respect the police. They don't respect any form of a system. They are just wilding, causing havoc and terrorizing the community. Just in the last 2 months, look at what happened. Just in the last 2 months, we have number one, I wrote it all down in my notes right here. Number one, a young brother uh, in the North Metro, and one of the brothers ended up dying because of this. And number two, the same thing happened to another 14-year-old in St. Paul. Somebody gave him a gun from school. He took it home. He did not know how it was working. It ended to his janaza. I was there. Another brother was in downtown Minneapolis. He was in his car with a friend of his, and if somebody came, and he was shot dead right there in downtown Minneapolis. Uh, Number four, another self-injurious behavior. Number five, an Apple Valley shooting in the richest of suburban neighborhoods. In the middle of the night, brothers were found shooting at each other, and police were called. Number six, at a park where innocent bystanders and innocent people were playing sports and basketball and other activities at the park, like what's supposed to happen on a normal day, brothers came and they shot up the park. Innocent bystanders and innocent people were shot. Number, where was I? Number seven. I don't know if I skipped one. In the northeast Minneapolis, there was a shooting, and somebody got stabbed. I believe it was his sister who got stabbed there in the middle of all of that craziness. So if that wasn't crazy enough, then they moved to environments that are filled with families, children, men, women, the elderly, the respectable, the educated, right? So we have a series of graduation shootings. First, it started with Wayzata High School, right? This is a prominent suburban high school, right? A brawl happens, shots were fired, and innocent. I heard one of the people who got shot was a father from Arizona, or a family member who came to see their family at a graduation was shot right in the neck or the head. I can't recall which place. Another bystander was also shot. Innocent people getting shot in these type of gatherings, and we'll dissect it at the end. Another graduation, Burnsville High School graduation. Uh, there was brothers came with guns, young brothers, teenagers came with guns. Uh, things didn't go. Things went a little bit crazy, and there were shots fired, and things happened, and it got out of control, and the whole community was terrified. Another incident, after the graduations, people usually go to gatherings and coffee shops. And an incident happened at a coffee shop where different brothers from different cities come to this coffee shop, and all of a sudden guns were pulled out. And people, the innocent bystanders, the community, the Muslims who were there to hang out, to enjoy themselves after a graduation, to get a drink, to hang out with their families and friends, all of a sudden had to run for their lives because there was guns involved. All right. And then the most ugliest, the most egregious, the most, I have never ever seen this type of an act. I have never ever seen this type of an act. Somebody went into, some brothers went into the house of another brother, pushed his mom or other family members, whoever was there, and decided it was a good idea, huh, to shoot up this brother in the middle of his house. Look at the level of enmity, the level of what type of a hatred do you have to have for somebody for you to go into their house in front of and execute them right in front of their mom, their younger brothers, siblings, family members, even the gangs and the most crucial, the most dangerous of people don't do this. They don't do this. And the most latest and the most dangerous, I wouldn't say the most dangerous, the last one was pretty, the most dangerous, I think, was last night in a very suburban town, North Town Mall. There was a shooting. And unfortunately, in the shooting, a young brother lost his life. A young brother lost his life. And his janazah will be happening soon. And this is the state and the reality that has been building up in the Twin Cities area, in the state of Minnesota, for the past 2 to 3 years. The causes are many, and I think I will be doing this video is way too small. I'll be doing a series on the causes, how we came to this, the things that led up to these moments, and maybe key solutions that we can implement as a community. I think there are key failures that need to be discussed, and everyone is responsible. No one is safe from this. And in a series of videos, we'll talk about the different key issues impacting at a ground level, talking about some of the most foundational issues impacting the community, so that we can make communal changes. So you can protect your family, I can protect my family, we can protect the next young generation of young boys and girls coming up, protect their identity, protect their deen, protect their dignity and honor. Because right now, we're in a crisis mode and everybody's shocked. And the saddest thing from all this is that 95% of our youth are great. That's what I believe. 90% of our youth are awesome. They're graduating at higher levels. They're doing bigger and better things. They're entrepreneurs. They work in corporate. They do many different things. But the sad thing is that, especially in our state, the key thing is that, and the most really disturbing thing is that, the few take all the attention from all of the high earning, high reward, highly intellectual individuals that we have in our community. Their presence is not felt. Their efforts are not felt. Their success is not felt. Why? Because the few, the loud, the reckless, they get all the attention. And so it's our job to make sure we highlight the great and not focus on the 10% that are struggling themselves and the 5% that is causing harm to the community. Okay? So we need to have deep discussions. We need to be honest with each other. We need to hold each other accountable. You guys need to hold me accountable as Najib. I need to hold you accountable. We need to hold the families accountable. We need to hold the institutions accountable. If we don't make deep ground level changes as soon as possible, things are going to escalate, and there will be a time where we won't be able to make a difference. And so I'll be doing a series of videos discussing this deep issue, because no one video can do any justice to this. Things are way too far gone. See you guys, inshallah. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا وعلى اله وصحبه اجمعين.